Well, we are back for the DraftStream final results and talent pool preview. And we have history, everyone. We are witnessing DraftStream history. Our very first perfect call sheet by a player. That's Gamble24x7, G24. He did it. He pulled off the clean sweep, both first and second, and the low ball, and the perfect call sheet bonus. It's quite something to behold. Although he differed on the actor, the price was nearly the same. The points were the exact same. 1436.13. 1436.13. Well played, sir. Very exciting. He wins our $25 perfect call sheet bonus. It was bound to happen. And of course, it is the all-time Cinema Draft money winner who did it. And also, creeping up the charts. Look at these player winnings. Jaybird at 325, but look who's just $130 behind him. Your throne's in jeopardy, Jaybird. Anyways, take a look at some more call sheet. Well, let's take a look at his second place call sheet. I believe it was the third one right here, 1388. It was in a runaway. He banked heavily on the Babysitters Club, totally faded Hamilton. This 4-stack, this optimal stack of the Outpost definitely paid off late when we uncovered some reviews that on Metacritic that aided its cause, as well as this 3-pack right here of Warrior Nun. And quite honestly, it was a very overperforming weekend. Look at this, 90.43 total score, well above the average of 82.30. Just high almost across the board. Save IMDb. Yeah, where was the love this weekend, y'all? I mean, y'all were on something. I mean, Hamilton, I think, started at like 9.3 and just got lower over the weekend. And Hamilton is incredible. What are you guys doing? Just the best play I've ever seen. Look at it. Perfect 10 enemy. I mean, it's not a perfect play. I don't think anything's perfect, but my God, it was just incredible. An incredible experience that just keeps getting downgraded with the larger sample size. Also, what was interesting was the late score from Outcry, which debuted on Showtime on Sunday, and definitely higher than most Showtime programs. I was a little surprised it got some reviews, but the subject matter, I started watching it. They actually dumped all 5 episodes of this miniseries out on video on demand on Sunday, and I think I'm through 1.5. And I'm not what you would consider a true crime person, really. Like, I watched Tiger King, I watched A Making of a Murder or whatever. I basically just go for the kind of big splashy ones if I go at all. And this one actually was interesting, and it seems like it got some decent coverage once it debuted. So yeah, Google couldn't account for it. Google users couldn't account for it, but IMDb scored pretty high and definitely did kind of outkick its coverage, as they would say. What was it? Outcry, yeah, 7,100, getting you 98 points for a day player. 7,100 getting you actually 137 points for a headliner. So, I mean, incredible value there with Outcry. Making the perfect. I mean, I'm still in awe. Just really, really well played by G24, Gamble24x7. Just incredible skill and having some exposure to Outcry here, especially with how risky Showtime shows have been, especially Showtime documentaries that are anyway related to sports. Well, this one really wasn't a sports one. It's centered on a high school football player who was accused of child molestation. So not really any sports action, just straight up documentary. But still, this is probably the high water mark for Showtime. So way to take a risk. G24, it paid off. I'm still flabbergasted. The God of Cheese, 40 points behind second. A little less than 90 off of first. And he had a lot of exposure to the Outpost, which is solid. Not enough Babysitter's Club, not enough Warrior Nun, and no exposure to Outcry either. Still a very, very solid call sheet. GOC, probably one of the best ones you submitted so far. Keep up the good work. My sorry-ass call sheet. Oh, man, actually, where'd I end up? Yeah, I was a distant 5th. 1328, and that's because I went with the Hamilton. I couldn't shake my own biases. I went with Hamilton, and all that salary being gobbled up is what cost me. Although, you know, it did perform almost as expected. I honestly thought this was going to smash the record, you know, the 124.15 of The Last Dance, and it never got there. Part of it maybe had to do with the fact that it was released on Independence Day or Independence Day weekend. There was a lot of contrast of the Founding Fathers' legacy of slavery being lightly glossed over in Hamilton. It's not what that play was about. I mean, it's like being mad at Boomerang that it's not New Jack City. But still, didn't quite achieve the heights that I thought it would, but a very respectable score nonetheless. I'm proud of the salary. I think the salary was somewhat justified. It's just all this hidden value. I mean, Babysitter's Club, who knew? Ju-on Origins performed for its salary, really. I mean, actually, all these, we got a lot of value this weekend. A lot of them overperformed, you know, value in their salaries this week. It's just really honing in on, I mean, you literally had to be perfect to just tie for first, and then it would come down to tiebreakers. So, I mean, can't be perfection, but I was nowhere close. I had a lot of Warrior Nun. I like, I mean, that's excellent value for what I had. I just blew a lot of it on Hamilton and couldn't afford to go other places. Like, I probably could have squeezed in one Outcry, but I really believed in Ju-on Origins and the Outpost. What else? Let's see. Oh, Ring Ball. Oh, and let's take a look at the low. 773.65. A mere 12 points off of the perfect low ball call sheet. Ooh, that would have been expensive if I had to pay him an extra 25 on top of the 25. But yeah, a Lone Wolf, Cutoff, Desperados, truly terrible. Elliot Irwit, which is disappointing. But I guess you had to kind of get up to that 75,000 minimum. I mean, look at all these cheapies. They weren't going to do it. And then of course a Hamilton Day player, because you need to make up that salary. I'm not mad at it. And G24's sweep completing low ball call sheet. A lot of a Lone Wolf. Probably, I guess, would that be an optimal mini stack for Cutoff? Because you have to have at least one headliner and one co-star, so, and a day player. So yeah, it might be an optimal stack of Cutoff. Only one Desperado. You probably could have had one more Desperado instead of maybe Black Magic for White Boys. Very strange title. And that might have got him even closer to the low. Actually, that might have been perfect. I'm not sure. Anyways, he got really close to the low ball perfect call sheet. Just a dominating performance this weekend out of the all-time Cinema Draft money winner. Very proud of him. And of course, we got to check in on our mascot, my mom, the brown baby, aka the draft mom. And, oh, I'm sorry, where did she end up? 11th. Okay, but it was a high scoring weekend, pretty much a perfect weekend. But still, let's see where her call sheet went awry. Let's make sure her process is sound. You know what? She's now a group project. We are now all co-coaching the Draft Mom to aim higher. Black magic for black magic for white boys. Looks like was the primary anchor on her call sheet, and I mean it's not like it was a terrible shot. She made sure she got some value out of it with co-stars. Just didn't do what you wanted to do. Very low under the radar title. I don't think it got very many reviews. And oh well, here it is. Well, yeah, it's too much day players. Remember, if you're going for a perfect call sheet, you can only have one day player. I mean, almost every other rule is up in the air, but that seems to be the rule. You can only have one day player. And I'm pretty sure I broke my own rule too on another call sheet, thinking I was getting fancy. But I mean, you want exposure to Warrior Nun, but you got to pay for it. And all she could afford were 3-day players of Warrior Nun, which isn't going to cut it on a weekend with, what was it, 6 people over 1,300? 7 people over 1,300. It's just, man, just value hunters. So otherwise, so too many day players. Black magic for white boys held you back. Otherwise, fairly solid process. Just remember, Mom, no more day players. Stop it. Get you some headliners. Some headliners and co-stars. Just one day player. Okay. Also, make sure, everybody, if you are formulating your call sheets and your theories and stratagems, make sure you visit the master score list right here, where it shows you the history of all these scores. Go up top for all these averages, and you can sort to figure out stuff by genre or by platform, and you know, make some assumptions, make some educated guesses. That's what we're here for. We're here to get better at this game, so that once the sucker is up and firing on a site and noobs trickle in, we will all have a leg up. All right, so let's see your new talent pool. And we're back at 15 again this week. Hello. 15 new titles, all somewhat interesting in their own respects. Apple TV's back in the fold. HBO Max is back. The Rare Stars offering, I think only the second one in the history of DraftStream in our previous 13 weeks. And Netflix is here with the old guard, Charlize Theron's actioner, sci-fi, maybe fantasy actioner. P-Valley, which I don't know about y'all, but I'm looking forward to. About the lives of strip club dancers in the Dirty Delta. I think that's Mississippi. I may have frequented I would say frequent. I might have attended a strip club or 3 in my time in undergrad down south, so I'm looking forward to seeing how much verisimilitude there is in this show. What else? Greyhound. Tom Hanks. I guess submarine thriller, and honestly, all you had to say was submarine thriller, and I was there. You throw Tom Hanks in it, I am 100% watching this opening night. Ooh, a slim 91 minutes. Okay. So it sounds like all killer, no filler. And so I'm very interested to see how you all react to the pricing this week. I'm trying out a new system internally that I think might make the pricing a little tighter, a little more difficult to be perfect. And it couldn't have come at a better time on the heels of G24's perfect call sheet. Now you'd think Greyhound would be higher. But early reviews are coming out, and it seems like it might just be okay. And honestly, will probably depend on people's love of Hanks and or submarines like myself to really carry it. But the highest salaried title of the weekend is going to be Palm Springs. It's Andy Samberg, Kristen Milioti, aka How I Met Your Mother woman, in a really well received. As you can see, it's already got a rating from the users have weighed in. I think it toured before a pre-Rona South by Southwest or maybe it was Sundance, but it's got those early scores in. People really seem to like it, so look out for that one. And we have priced it up appropriately. $19,000 for Andy, $18,500 for Kristen Milioti, and your lowest day player, a cool $17,000. But hot on its heels is First Cow, really well reviewed, another festival darling, I believe. Oh, fur trappers in Oregon meeting up with a Chinese immigrant. Interesting. All right, so it's been an indie darling. 17.7 for your two headliners, 16,200 for your lowest day player. Now, Greatness Code is going to be interesting. Not a lot of info out on this. The salary making on this basically goes to not just the star power of its subjects. It looks like it's a documentary series on, untold stories from the greatest athletes in the world, looking at a pivotal moment that defined an athlete's career. This is the type of thing that kind of seems built for good to decent reviews. And also, if you're sports fans, you're probably going to watch an episode or two and like it. And it's Apple TV Plus, so I'm not sure if they're doing it weekly, if they're going to dump it all at once. If they dump it all at once, you might see some higher user scores. We do like to binge stuff. And see, that was the one thing about Outcry too, is that from this past weekend, was that because Outcry was dumped all at once on a Sunday, if they had done that on a Friday, if they had released on a Friday, I honestly think this score could be even higher, because people would have had time to plow through all five, have a full opinion of it. And if you're usually going through all five, in a weekend, you're probably inclined to like it and grade it higher. That's just my pop psychology guess. So anyways, so if this is released all at once, this could definitely be something to take a look at. And the reason why it's priced up $14,400 is just the history. I mean, you can't beat Apple TV Plus's history. Apple TV Plus stands for quality. Look at this. Nothing lower than 86. That's just wild. And then other three documentaries they had, 110, 98.35, 86. So you're starting at like a 95 on average or something. That's insane. So Apple TV, don't let us down. 14.4 for LeBron, 14.3 for Tom Brady, 12.9 for Katie Ledecky. I believe she's a soccer player. And let's see, anything else of note? The Old Guard, it's getting schlocky early reviews, so I'm definitely gonna check it out. I like Charlize in anything, especially if there's action in it. She's just so fit. She's just like really like built for it. I think she, I mean, in addition to being a model before, I think there might have been like a dancer background in her past. So yeah, watching her kick some butt is really up for my weekend slate of entertainment. Yeah, and so basically I'm not gonna do all the research for you. Looks like our low bottom one, P-Valley, is as interested as I am in it, and as salacious and titillating the subject matter. Stars just hasn't gotten a lot of great ratings, really. I think we've had Hightown in our midst. They did okay, but I just feel like this is going to be overlooked, especially debuting on Sunday. And Money Plane. This is your bargain basement, if there's a bargain to be had at all. Most likely our lowball specialist. it's Kelsey Grammer in what looks something like something made direct to video. I mean, look at this stuff. Denise, this is an all C-list ensemble. Kelsey Grammer, who once A-list, now just, you know, I guess just cashing Frasier checks. Thomas Jane, okay. Denise Richards, nah. And Adam Copeland, never heard of you. So I don't have high expectations for this one. This might be your lowball filler right here. All right. So thanks, everybody. Once again, congratulations to technically the GOAT, the greatest of all time, the money winner. All-time Cinema Draft money winner and rapidly rising up the ranks with DraftStream money winner. Gamble 24x7. All hail the American King. You hear that, King George III? That's a Hamilton joke. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for playing. I'll see you back here on Thursday evening after your call sheets have all been submitted at 6 p.m. Pacific time to do a call sheet review and weekend preview. Thanks for playing, everybody.